Hi, amigos. Good to see you all back again. Game 7 predictions. We are back with the Premier League. Of course, we have a lot of games that have been played during the midweek from a Champions League standpoint. Liverpool lost to Galatasaray 1-0. I had to put that in there. As we move on, Liverpool is playing Chelsea this weekend. Both teams, Liverpool being the better one, Chelsea are in crisis right now, and there's been rumors about possible coaching change. I don't know how far that can go, but the amount of money they spend, they should be getting results. They absolutely should be getting results, and it's going to be interesting how Maresca gets himself out of that hole. But that's the first game we're going to talk about today. Chelsea playing Liverpool. Is this the chance for Liverpool to bounce back? Sam, what are your predictions?
Man, I think it's probably going to be another point dropping game for us. I have to say, unfortunately, I don't see us changing things rapidly. One, and two, as bad as Chelsea is, we're going to Stamford Bridge, and it's not. All those blue fans, man, they're crazy. But tactically, I think Chelsea still has a way to maneuver and also take advantage of the loophole that we're seeing in the slots machine right now. If we play the same way we've played the last two, 3 games, I think Chelsea is going to come up on top, sadly. So my prediction will be a 2-0 or 1-0
Hmm,
again.
okay. So, Ayo, do you see Chelsea getting themselves out of the hole they're currently in right now with how they're playing, or do you see a performance change?
It's hard to predict. Chelsea are hard to predict team. I wasn't expecting this. I wasn't expecting them to win, but I wasn't expecting them to struggle this much. Um, it does go back to my earlier theories that they're just not a team, and so they're not resilient. So they fracture very easily. They can be broken very easily, and I thought maybe something was happening when we saw the Club World Cup happen, but the Premier League makes fools of us all, and if there's a weakness that your team has, it will be ruthlessly exploited by the next game. And I think that's just what, like all teams, all of us, our teams are finding out game to game. I think it'll be a challenging game. It's hard to call. Um, Liverpool might be fragile in defense, but Chelsea are shocking in defense. Um, So I can see Liverpool winning, but it's so hard to tell. I think I'm leaning towards Sam. I think it's going to be a draw. Unfortunately,
Wow. You
yeah.
think Chelsea is going to step up?
I think they're going to step up because I do think that whatever Liverpool can throw at them at this point, I think Chelsea can return it, and I think they have very similar weaknesses. They're both weak in transition. Right now, they haven't figured it out. Um, But I think offensively, they have people who can just put the ball in the back of the net too. Neto, I think, on his day can be very ruthless. I'm very interested to see how that Kirkers matchup is going to be because that could be a tricky matchup. Cole Palmer is still Cole Palmer. You have all that space on the counter, he'll hurt you. I still like what's the former Brighton boy? I forget his
For
name. No,
for
no,
Chelsea?
for that one they just signed this year, the Brazilian, I think.
Oh, yes, João Pedro.
Pedro, yeah, like it's those kind of players can hurt you, and so there is a chance that Chelsea will perform well. But I do think that Liverpool, especially with the defense that Chelsea has, will score goals. The question now if they'll score enough goals to win, and I'm not quite sure they will. Mhm.
I think it might end 2-2.
That
I think it's
seems
going to
more.
be a I think it's going to be a
Mhm.
cracking game. I think Liverpool will be winning 2-0, and Chelsea just finds a way to score 2 goals, and it will have an interesting debate next week when that fixture comes. Amigos, let us know your thoughts about that game and what your predictions are. We move on to our second game. Arsenal plays West Ham. Arsenal is playing at home at the Emirates against West Ham, and West Ham having a new coach in Nuno Espirito Santo. Fortunately, uh, Graham Potter loses his job. We never want anyone to lose their jobs, but If you're not doing well, unfortunately, the footballing industry is a very harsh industry to be in when you don't have results. Everything is results based and performance based. So I feel bad for him, especially being as a coach, but it's a results game, and he's been shown the door. Nuno Espirito Santo having a good game against Everton this past Monday against Everton, drawing the game 1-1. They look to be stable all of a sudden. Only time will tell after 5 games to really see how much he can implement his game, but we know what to expect from Nuno. Ayo, is Arsenal just going to walk over them? Is that what we're saying here?
It's difficult to predict. They have really strong ball carriers. I can see the game is them sitting down, sitting back, and inviting pressure. However, I do think that everything that we've done this season is to punish that. You can go back to the Nottingham Forest game when we played them. You sit back. We've figured things out how to punish that. Same thing with the Leeds game as well. So I really do think that with the control, the Zubi Mendy, because Zubi Mendy really is a younger and fitter Jorginho, and we had him for games like this. So I think a game like this he runs, and so I can see us winning this game 2-0. However, I can't discount the threats that West Ham will carry on the counter attack. I think Bowen is a really good player for those type of games, and I think their wing back, the African guy, I forget.
Diouf, the
Diff,
left
yeah,
back, he's
yeah,
he's a Rolls Royce of a left back. I'm sorry, I've seen him
yeah,
play for 5 games now, and I can connect his name to Rolls Royce. His left foot crosses are a joy for
yeah.
strikers.
It's just his physical ability, his ball carrying ability. That
Yes,
those are
it's
players you
fearful.
want when you want to counter,
Where did
and
they buy him from?
no idea. hmm
I have
It's
no idea
just
either.
and that's
Amigos,
the
we'll
thing.
research that. We'll research that for you.
That's the thing with the Premier League, where it's like I really think the Premier League in the last few years has gone through a compression, where the quality from the top to the bottom is not as stark as it used to be, and there's just players all through that what's it called, that hierarchy, that will just hurt you. And so we just got to be careful. You got to plan the game right, and you just got to have contingencies and players that can change the game should you need to, which I believe Arsenal can do, especially at home. So I'm going to back us for 2-0 victory. Yeah.
Hmm, that's interesting. Sam, your thoughts? Do you think Nuno can defy all odds and win a game of win the game 1-0? Do you see that at all?
No, there's no chance. Come on, yo. Y'all are giving. This is. I mean, look at the way Arsenal has been playing lately. I mean, if Arsenal don't win this game by 2-3, I think it's we should have a little conversation. My opinion. I get it. Nuno is fresh. Great game against Everton. Nice setup. They have Packet. Is it Packetel or whatever that guy's name is? They have Bowen. But those two can't do it. You guys mentioned the left back. Yeah, they have quality players. But the four, is it 3-1-4, whatever they set up the other day. I think it's good for a new coach. He's just trying to get some results. I think Arsenal is gonna break them down. Eze is gonna slot some passes through them. Um, so I don't see Arsenal not winning this game by a big margin, man. So at the Emirates as well, I think. So I don't see it. Come yeah, they they're gonna struggle a little bit. They're gonna absorb pressure to the point that they will just start dropping the ball. So
Interesting. Interesting. I think it's going to be a 1-0 to West Ham. I think it's going to surprise people. I think Arsenal will have a frustrating game where they just cannot put the ball in the back of the net. And this might just be me just saying something that's against all odds, but it would be very
it is.
interesting if West Ham wins the game 1-0. I would come and laugh at Ayer's
Don't
face,
don't forget they
amigos.
don't have this Antonio guy. It was either Mikel Antonio, whatever that guy. What's his
Yes, he's
name?
still
It's that.
recovering. He's still recovering.
I
Yes,
think he's
yes,
done
yes.
from. I think they sold him. Didn't they sell him?
Did they sell him? I must have
I
missed
think
that
he's. Yeah,
then.
I know. I saw a farewell of him like preseason.
Mhm.
But I
Mhm.
remember that guy. He was always up front in some big
It was
games.
their force. Mhm. Mhm.
Shoot. But then I think they're done. I
Did the
think
thing they're
uh,
doing.
for this Arsenal game, they might as well just start making sure it's not like 7-0. Uh,
Mm, we'll
I, I
see.
wouldn't. I wouldn't go that far. I think both of you are like on two extremes.
Two extremes. Well, that's what you get, amigos. Two extreme opinions sometimes. That's what makes it fun. Moving on to our final game for the weekend. Manchester United playing at home at Old Trafford against Sunderland. Sunderland are in top five of the Premier League. I know it's just what five
Yes.
games, but they are winning games 1-0, and it would be a very shocking result and a dire state of affairs if we lose to Sunderland. I have to say it.
Will it be shocking
This
though?
it will be it will be because they're a championship team, and the reason why they're doing well is two reasons. One, they have an identity of play. Two, they bought players to play in that system. You wonder why they bought Xhaka from Bayern Leverkusen, from an Arsenal player. You wonder why they have Isildur, one of the most upcoming strikers from France perspective. He can put the ball in the back of the net. They have Edingra that was for Brighton last season. They have some very good players in that team, and they play as a unit. They don't play as individuals. If it's a situation where United just keep missing chances or don't create any, and Sunderland gets a counter-attacking play, we're in trouble. Again, it's going to determine of who Amram picks. There's a possibility of that happening. There's also that possibility of us changing gears. I heard rumors that he had a interview with Owen Hargreaves and said he's going to change the system. I don't know what that's going to look like, but only time will tell. We'll see together, amigos, and we can talk about it next week in our game seven reactions. But at this point, I don't know who's going to pick. I just pray he doesn't pick Bruno again in midfield because there might just be an opera from an Old Trafford standpoint. I can see that game for United winning 2-1. Sunderland scores first. We scramble. We find a way to get a goal back. And then Maguire heads us in. I can see that happening. I can. And I can also see one.
Maguire
I
that Mide doesn't want to play anymore.
I
I
know,
did
right?
say I did not say he shouldn't play. That was Luke Shaw. What I said was he shouldn't be starting
No, no,
games.
no.
I didn't say he
No,
shouldn't
that's
play.
true. That's true.
I didn't say he
That's
shouldn't
true.
play. He should. I would play him before I play Luke Shaw. I'm sorry. I would.
Mide wants to play with 12 players.
I don't think people will agree with that, Ayo. I don't think people will agree with that. But those are my predictions. Ayo, your thoughts?
This is the worst game Man United can ever play right now. It's just this has the chance to go really poorly narrative wise for the manager, for the team, for leadership because Sutherland's a very organized team. Sutherland is a team that makes the most of what they have. I think Shaka has been a special player as an Arsenal former Arsenal player. I think the two seasons where we had a really strong push, I think he was a big part of that. I think he was a big part of Bayer Leverkusen. What's it called? Going a season unbeaten, and I think Sunderland's ability to nab him and have him be the captain of this team just instills almost immediately a kind of quality, a kind of steadiness that makes them very very formidable right off the bat. It's a game Man United at home. They should win on paper, um, but how many times has that worked out for Man United in the last 35 games on the Amarim? So I go to this game and for Man United's sake, I hope they win 2-1. But I don't know. These are the kind of teams that Man United struggle against. I'd have been more confident if Man United was playing a top team, like a team that's in the traditional Big Six, more so than this kind of game. This is the kind of game that I go in and I put my hands and it's like open and see what Man United is doing. So on paper, I think is only way to go is up, and so they win this game 2-1. But I also predicted a win last week, so we'll see.
Yeah, yeah, we'll see.
Mm-mm.
Sam, your thoughts about that game? Do you see Sunderland pulling the win away from home?
I can see it for sure. One because again, Man United is. I know me. They no. We're talking sports here now. It's not actually banter, to be honest. Because it's not bad belly, if I put it that way. It's what we see. We talked about the game against what was the last game? Brentford. We kind of talked
Yes.
about it like we don't know what to expect. There's a high chance they will lose the game. Yeah, and it happened that way. The reason why I think this game is probably going to slip away from them. My prediction is a 2-2 or Sunderland find a way to win 1-0. Here's why. I think Sunderland is hungry. They are hungry. They are ruthless. Of course, you have a player like Granit Xhaka as well on the team. But when you look at their previous results, even coming from the championship, they were already playing like they wanted to come and destroy Premier League. Um, Not a lot of popular players. Of course, they have the Ndingra from Brighton and all of that. Not a lot of popular player, but they are hungry, man. Uh, I can't remember what game. I think it was a game, first game of the Premier League. I think that's where I saw them. Like, okay, yeah, yeah, this team makes sense. I know they play against a team that Anderson, former Liverpool player, was playing on as well. I think that game ended a tie. But the point is, I don't know what formation they play. They are just like one of you mentioned this earlier. Their togetherness is top notch. They are hungry. They want to do stuff, and that's like how you said. That's one of the things that kills Man United. Um, Playing against teams like that, especially teams that you can't predict. You don't know what angle they are running from. So my prediction is they come in, their hunger, all of those things. They score 2-0. Man United find a way to get it back, and it just stays that way. Unfortunately, I don't see it as a game that Man United just brush and knock them off, right? Except something changes overnight, right? I just don't see it, and it's sad to see Man United in the states in as much that we want. We don't want our opponent to go higher, but it just start. How I would set up this game, and this is why I'm throwing it back to you. I personally would set up this game playing Maguire. I'll have Euro playing this game. Um, I would have what's his name, Zerski, and what's his name, Sheshko.
Both
I
of
would
them
have two
starting?
of them. Yeah,
Yeah, I
I would
I
have to.
would. I would at this point.
And all of those thing that Dogu does, which is very good, very positive, sometimes takes the ball forward. Knock that out in this game, man. Because these guys, they are together. They're defending well, and together they will just detonate all of these, ball carrying, and you will pay for it if you keep doing that in this kind of game with this young team that they are very, very ruthless and hungry. So be more defensive minded and also attacking. Be proactive in the attacking as well. Then leave your midfield to whoever you want to put. Okay, but some guys that can pull the ball opportunity comes. So don't start maybe Bremo or Cunha. Just find a way to sub those guys and let the quote unquote the guys that are they need more game time, they need more uh, support from the fan. Let them start the game and give all the gap with their legs. Then let the likes of Bremo, Konya come in and seal off the game, or get you back on track if those guys are causing you to lose.
No, those are good insights. I know you threw it back to me and amigos. We have one more fun and exciting addition to our predictions moving forward. We'll tell you all that in a couple of minutes. but it's around player watch. It's going to be interesting. You saying that for me, I would start with Sonny Lemons in goal. Start him in, throw him in. If he makes this is the game where you throw him in and you see what you see the reason why you bought him. I would
Not against
play
teams like this, brother. Not
I
against
would.
teams like
Is
this.
it going to be against Man City? We do it. We didn't do it against Man City and we still lost. So, I mean, take risks at this point. Take
Yeah, that's fair.
risks.
That's fair.
Take risks. So, I would play Delitz in the middle. I will play Yoro on the left, Mazari on the right. I will play Dogu left wing back. I would play, and you would find this interesting. I would play Mbuemo right wing back. And the reason why I would do that is because if he doesn't run back to help, which I know he's very hardworking, he will, you have someone back there in Masrari to help. Euros on the left side. And then I will move Bruno to the right side of 10, move Cunha to the left side of 10, and play Sesko up top. In the middle, I would play Ugarte and Meno. I would play both of them. Leave them in the middle, let them build chemistry, and let them play. Second half, bring in a little bit of experience with Casemiro in the middle to play with Meno. Let Meno get tired, run him down. And then at some point, move Bruno, which I know he's not going to do, sub Bruno off, move Mbeumo to that attacking midfield position or bring in a Mount. Well, maybe put Mount for Maino when he gets tired. Mount and Casemiro play midfield. Move Mbeumo to the right side of right 10. Ahmad right sided wing back. That's where he shines. And then move Sesko for Xerxes up top. That's what I would do. It's very simple. We have the players, and then change formation slightly when we attack. Go to a 2-3-5 when we attack. Go back to a 3-4-3 when we don't have the ball. It's simple. And keep playing those players moving forward. Maybe bring in Maguire the last 10 minutes for us to get crosses because if you remove Sesko, that is aerially brilliant, bring in a center back that will go head the ball 10 minutes to the end of the game. That's tactics. That's what I would do. It's not difficult. It really isn't. And then move Xerxes to play middle 10. So now you have three tens behind, right? And maybe lump Maguire up there if you wanted to. Again, use what you have. Be what do you have to lose, right? You don't have anything to lose. Throw them in. And if they score five, great. Let's see the team we're playing next week. You have nothing to lose because at the end of the day, there's something you're going to learn. It's still your system, but it's just changed slightly.
So, what's your
Amigos,
prediction with all this formation, Coach
with
Mide?
all his formation, my predictions, if he does that, I would say a 4-0 win. That's what I would say. But at this point, based on what
That's like
he
Jesus
does,
turning water into wine, man.
nah, come on, it's Sunderland. We should be able to beat them. We're Manchester United. Anyways, I would say a 1-0 win to Manchester United, or a 2-0, 2-1 win, or Sunderland winning 1-0. That's what I would predict. Now, amigos,
All
we leave.
things are
Well, Ayo,
possible. Mhm.
go ahead.
No, so all things are possible to those who believe.
Exactly, exactly, exactly. Amigos, like, share, subscribe. Let us know your thoughts about that Manchester United versus Sunderland game at Old Trafford. We're going to have a new segment for you moving forward for our prediction segments of the show. It's called Player Watch. I'm going to give two players that we should watch this weekend as we play the Premier League, and we'll kind of highlight how they are. These are players that have the potential to be world beaters, no matter how young or old they are in the Premier League. And I'm going to start this week, and I would love for Ayo to have two of his next week and then Sam to have two of his the following week for game 9, and we keep rotating. And it's going to be interesting for you to see this because not only are you going to know more about players that you haven't heard about, it's also going to help you with your fantasy games for our Amigo fans that play fantasy league. It might help you because these players we have done some research on to see how they perform. I've been eyeing two players, and the funny thing is, both of them are from Fulham. Remember this name. I know it's left field, but remember these names: Kevin and Josh King. Josh King starts as an attacking mid for Fulham in a 1-4-2-3-1 behind Jimenez, and Kevin, he's Brazilian, he was brought into the Premier League this season, plays on the left side of the wing. These two players are brilliant. They're young. Josh King has this force about him when he drives the ball, one of the best ball carriers of his age. And Kevin is full of tricks, but he has a very good right footed shot or right footed cross across the field. Watch these two players, amigos. Trust me, you will love how they play. Till next week, amigos, like, share, and subscribe. Let us know your thoughts and comments and get excited about Game 7. We will see you also in the next content. As always, stay positive, guys.
See you guys.
Bye.